Welcome to the Loaded Cannon. Arsenal 2, Olympiakos 0. Before we get into that, I just want to start by saying solidarity, and my thoughts are with everyone in the global summit flotilla, because I think right now they are facing basically being hijacked. Their boats being hijacked by what you can only describe as Israeli terrorists who are coming on there. When you think about who's on board and what they're trying to achieve here, simply to deliver aid, and you look at the fact that Israel are hijacking these boats just to be able to preserve their strategy of starvation of children and human beings. It is crazy what is going on in the world right now. I really hope there's enough international pressure, and I hope that all of the lives on board for these very, very brave people that have done this are preserved, because Israel have done this many, many times, where they have murdered in cold blood many people of many nationalities trying to oppose their inhumane and just disgusting acts of terror. So best of luck to everyone in the Global Summit Flotilla, and I'll be keeping an eye on that. Now on to Arsenal, 2-0 against Olympiakos. When I sat down to watch this game, I thought to myself, with the way that we started, I'm really going to enjoy this. I thought there's no handbrake on today, and I love it. I love it when Arsenal don't hold back. When they're just constant, just non-stop, it feels great. It feels great to watch, and that's what I thought we were going to get today. But after going 1-0 up, that's when it all changed. We simply did not do enough after that, and really, honestly, I really feared that we would concede a goal. And they would equalise, because every time they went forward, they actually did seem to get the ball in decent positions, and I wasn't comfortable watching it. And they had some quality about them, and you could see that they weren't there just to mess around. They had a game plan. And I thought when they got the ball in wide areas and crossed it in, their delivery was good, and it did cause us problems. But I thought Arsenal also at times played really well, and of course, we're going to have to talk about it, aren't we? That one guy today who reminded us, in fact, not showed us because he's shown us many times before, but just reminded us what he's all about, and that is Martin Ødegaard. So much of what Arsenal did, so much of the good stuff that we did went through Ødegaard. He was brilliant. The problem with him, though, is that, and we've said this all along, such good feet, such a silky player, but just that end product, is it there, that end product? We had to wait till the 92nd minute for him to show that killer pass in a way. Maybe that's not fair on him, because, to be fair, he played one beautiful pass for Ødegaard in the first half, and had our finishing been better, he would have got an assist earlier. But I also think there were times where Ødegaard could have pulled the trigger and didn't. But in the end, he did get his assist, and I feel like that's something that his performance deserved. He was really, really good today. Very impressive, very silky. And you know what? Another player that a month ago we might not have been saying is our first choice, it was Gabriel Martinelli. He scored again today, and I thought he did well. And now Ødegaard, he's come in and he's done really, really well. And it just makes you realise, man, that competition, when there's serious competition for places, it just flicks something in your mind, and you're just more on the job. Ødegaard today, I think that's what we saw from him, with Eze waiting in the wings, Nwaneri, Max Dowman, obviously very young. And you know what, on that, I'm gutted Max Dowman didn't play. I need to look into when his birthday is, right? But in the commentary, they mentioned that if he plays today, he would be the only 15-year-old to ever feature in the Champions League. Like, if I were him, I would have been saying to Arteta, please just give me 5 seconds. That's all I'm asking for. Just sub me on. I want that record. But unfortunately, he didn't get on. And, perhaps if Arsenal were more comfortable, if we had scored our chances, then perhaps he could have got on. But looking at the game, the first goal, let's look at that. Ødegaard, man, honestly, the strength, the desire, you could tell he was desperate to score today. And I was desperate for him to score, even so much that when Saka had the ball in the 92nd minute and scored his goal, he obviously got a little bit lucky, but he knows what he's doing. He knows why he's shooting in that particular way, low and hard and sort of underneath the keeper, because you end up with that chance. But on another day, Gyökeres, he's taken the shot, it's hit the post and Martinelli's tapped it in. And honestly, I'm sure Martinelli, he left that ball. He wanted that to go in, and he just followed it up for the rebound if there was. But another player would have stolen that goal even before it hit the post. But credit to Martinelli for letting that sort of make its way towards goal and then following up. But that was unlucky for Gyökeres, because another day that would have just gone in. And then also unlucky when Saka's taken his shot, it's hit the keeper and then gone in, whilst that could have come off the keeper's foot and landed in Gyökeres' path, and he would have got a goal there. But both of those moments didn't necessarily go for him. But look, the main thing is, in both of those moments, anytime Arsenal go scoring, he's there or thereabouts. And that's what you want from a central striker. I really wanted him to score today because I thought he did really, really well against Newcastle. I thought he did really well today. Physicality, holding the ball up, getting his involvement in the game. But it just didn't happen for him. But listen, on the weekend, we have West Ham. And West Ham, yes, clearly new manager, but if you want to play any team in the league right now, it's probably West Ham. They're one of two maybe that you choose to play. And you look at it and you say, really tough game against Newcastle. That would have taken a lot out of us. And then this game as well should have been a lot more comfortable. We've had to keep on going until the 92nd minute in order to wrap it up. So I'm really glad we've got Saturday, 3 p.m. West Ham, which hopefully doesn't cause us too many problems. And if we come out of these 3 games with 9 points, I'll be very, very happy, because it's not easy. And we've seen teams constantly after the Champions League game drop points. And then also you look at the Champions League as well. Man City, they didn't win today. Liverpool, they lost. Tottenham, they couldn't get 3 points. Chelsea, they couldn't get 3 points. It's not easy, and especially away from home, which makes our first game even more impressive. When you look at the league table in the Champions League right now, only 6 teams out of 36 have got 6 points, and Arsenal are part of them. So no matter what you say about the away game and sort of not really controlling it as much as we would have liked, whatever you say about this home game, 6 points, 4 goals, none conceded. It's the same old suspects in terms of that defensive solidity. Arsenal and Inter Milan, the only 2 teams out of the 36 that haven't conceded a goal so far. But you know what? It's going well for us. So it's hard to complain, even though, yes, the performance today and just the end product wasn't perfect. But listen, what can you do? We won the game in Champions League. No game is easy. So well done, Arsenal. David Raya, unbelievable save from him. He deserves a lot of credit for that save from Podence, because I still don't know how he saved that. Brilliant reflexes, brilliant strength. And if he doesn't do that, it's a completely different game. So credit to David Raya as well. I thought Zubimendi was really good today as well. Obviously made the foul, picked up the yellow when he felt like he needed to, but even that was smart. He needed to do that. Overall, really good game, really good result. Maybe the performance wasn't exactly there, but hey, it's all good. 3 points. See you next time. Take care.